In the dazzling and bustling city of Port Harcourt, there lived a very beautiful girl named Mabel. Mabel loved to dance, but she preferred ballet. That was her dream right from when she was little. Her mom had gotten her the small fairy ballet gift. Mabel always looked forward to every ballet section in her school. Mabel was that bright star. She had it all. She was the perfect kid for her parents. One certain day, after ballet school, while Mabel was waiting for her mom to come pick her mom stood on the other side of the road and asked Mabel to cross over. Mabel did exactly what her mom taught her. You look left, you look right, and when there's no vehicle, you cross. This was exactly what Mabel did. But the way and manner a truck from nowhere hit Mabel, that was something no one in the scene could explain. Because she had the chance to cross, if possible, even walk across the road. But the truck appeared from nowhere and hit her. And that was how Mabel lost her sight. Things gradually changed in Mabel's home. Her home is that home that was filled with love. Her dad and her mom always showered her with love. After the surgery, it felt like she was a burden to the family. She noticed that her father easily got angry, easily got agitated, and he easily got irritated with anything she does. While she was still learning to use her walking stick, if she mistakenly spills water, her dad will immediately flare up. He made it look like as if her mom was the reason why she had the accident. He kept on insisting why her mom did not go straight to the door to pick her up herself. If not, their daughter won't be blind. But Mabel tried her best to understand the situation. She knew that her mom wasn't at fault, and her dad was just getting angry. She tried to be the bigger person here. Because of everything that had happened, Mabel couldn't go to school. She was always homeschooled. Her mom had to employ someone to teach her how to read, and to teach her how to identify alphabets the blind way. It wasn't easy at first. Mabel always found herself crying. Her mom will always be there to console her and tell her that she's a better person, she is bright, and she shouldn't worry that they are working towards making her see again. This was a dream Mabel always looked forward to. She knew that her parents did not have much money at hand. Even if they should save, it's going to take a long time to accomplish this. But she didn't want to lose hope. She knew her both parents were trying everything to make her see again. But the constant agitation from her dad was something that no one could understand. Every year, when it was her birthday, they weren't doing anything. She doesn't even see the cake. She just have a taste of the cake. She doesn't know what the cake looks like. Her mom often told her, don't worry. We are keeping all the pictures. When you're able to see again, you get to see how beautiful your cakes were. And the day Mabel turned 10, she looked at her mom and told her mom, Mom, today is my birthday. I would like to go to the park. I've always been in this house every day. The only place I go to is church. Can't you take me to the park today, please? As a birthday present. Her mom looked at her and said, Mabel, no, we shouldn't go to the park. Mabel said, Mom, nothing is going to happen. We are just going to sit down and receive a cool breeze. Her mom was a bit skeptical about it. She didn't want affliction to occur the second time. She didn't want to take Mabel to the park and something was going to come up and Mabel would get hurt again. After weighing her options, she looked at Mabel and told her, okay, no problem. Rather than making Mabel sad throughout the day, it was better to take her to the park. And she took Mabel to the park. When they got to the park, it was a beautiful sunny day. Mabel loved everything. The air felt fresh. It felt nice. Even if she couldn't see, she could hear the birds. She could hear children chanting. She was excited. And her mom kept on asking her, are you seeing all those things? Mabel said, no, Mom, but I am happy to be outside again. And it didn't take long. Mabel heard the sound of an ice cream bell. And she quickly said, Mom, I want one, I want one. Her mom looked and said, Mabel, that's so far. I can't go there. Oh. Mabel said, Mom, please. What's the essence of coming to a park if we can't take ice cream or candy? Her mom said, okay, no problem. Mabel, please and please, be seated here. Don't even move an inch by mistake. So the moment I return, I will see you here. Mabel, if you disobey me, I won't bring you out again. And Mabel said, yes, Mom, I won't. So her mom, Mrs. Emerald, ran to where the ice cream stand was to get Mabel an ice cream. She made sure to run as fast as her legs could carry her because she did not want anything to happen to her daughter. Even while running, she kept on looking back to be sure that Mabel is still sitting where she asked her to sit. And when she got to the ice cream stand, it started raining heavily. All of a sudden, Mabel could not move. She had to obey her mom. She remained seated on the bench in the park. And people kept on shouting, little girl, go under the shade. But she couldn't move. People kept on shouting, can't you move? Go under the shade. Why are you there and rain is beating you? Mabel couldn't move. She wasn't conversant with the environment. She did not even know where the shade they were talking about was. What was she going to do? Hearing different car honk, she was still panicking. She still had that panic based on what had happened to her previously. Mabel sat there, seriously shivering. No one came towards her. Some people were scared. Are you sure she's okay? Are you sure she's sane? How can someone sit there and allow rain beat her mercilessly? People kept on moving. Others were seriously running because they were looking for somewhere to rest. A young, handsome man named Alfred just came out from a very fancy restaurant in Shantown. He had observed what was going on in the park while waiting for his driver to come pick him in front of a Shantown. And he knew that something was fishy. If this little girl could actually see, she would know that it takes her 10 steps to get to the shade. So why is she not there? She's seated, shivering, and not even willing to take a step. Alfred wasn't the kind of person to poke nose in businesses that merit his. He was moved. He was confused, and he knew that something was up. So he told his driver to drive him to the park, to the point where Mabel was, and the driver did. When he got there, he opened an umbrella. Mabel was certain that someone was there, and he asked her, hello, how are you? Mabel smiled, but couldn't say anything. And Alfred quickly asked her, why are you sitting under the rain? Mabel said, my mom is coming. She asked me to remain here. Alfred told her, but you can stay under the shade. Your mom is going to see you there. Mabel said, but I can't see it. And that was when it dawned on Alfred that she was actually blind. Alfred looked at her and said, can I take you there? Mabel said, no. My mom said I shouldn't follow strangers. And Alfred asked her, so do you want to stay here? Mabel said, yes. I'll wait for my mom. She's going to come. Alfred thought of what to say and how to handle the situation. So he told Mabel, okay, since you're going to stay here, then I'm going to stay here with you. And Mabel said, thank you very much. I'm really grateful. So Alfred asked his driver to get them a raincoat quick and fast, to which the driver did. He also asked the driver to please get a gown for Mabel, as the moment her mom comes, he would love her to change her clothes, as there was nowhere in the park and Mabel wasn't even willing to stand. Alfred sat down close to Mabel, holding the umbrella, and he kept on asking her series of questions about herself. What's your name? What school do you attend? How do you do? He was just trying to calm her down. He knew she was scared. He knew she was panicking. He could see it in her. Mabel smiled and said, my name is Mabel Belima. I don't go to school anymore. Ever since I got blind, my parents couldn't send me to any school. So my mom tried to homeschool me. Alfred was moved. And he asked her, do you want to see again? Mabel said, yes. I really want to see again. I love to ballet. That has always been my dream. And our friend said, so what do you want me to do for you in order for you to see again? Mabel said, my mom said the surgery is going to cost a whole lot. And my both parents are still saving up for it. So very soon, I'm going to see again. And I'll be able to tell you thank you for today. Alfred smiled and said, not mentioned. Nevertheless, I wasn't really going somewhere important, so you have all my attention. Mabel and Alfred kept on chatting, gisting. Alfred really made her feel at peace with herself. And it didn't take long. Mrs. Emerald ran towards them. She was already fully drenched. Alfred looked at her and said, Ma, how come you left your daughter here? Mabel turned and said, don't blame her. I pleaded with her to both get me ice cream. And when Alfred looked closely, the ice cream had all melted. He didn't know what to say. He just told her, I'm sorry about what happened. Mabel told me everything. Mrs. Emerald said, thank you very much. Alfred quickly offered to take them to somewhere they could warm up a bit. But Mrs. Emerald rejected and stated that their house wasn't that far and they could walk. But Alfred insisted that they had to ride with him. The moment Alfred got them to the house, Mrs. Emerald tried to warm her daughter up and warm herself up. And while they were at it, they heard a knock on the door. And it was Alfred. He bought a bucket of ice cream for Mabel and told her, happy birthday. Don't blame your mom for it. We all understand the situation. Mabel was glad. Mrs. Emerald was glad. They both thanked him. Alfred dropped his complimentary card and told Mabel's mother to keep in touch, that he has a gift, a special one for Mabel. Few weeks down the line, with Mrs. Emerald and Alfred always contacting, Alfred helped to get Mabel her sight back. Mabel was happy. After the operation was done, Mabel had pleaded with her mom that the very first person she would love to see was who gave her the opportunity to see again. She was already used to her parents' face. Yes, she was eager to see them again, but she wanted to see who this person was. And the very day they were supposed to unmask the cotton wool, Mrs. Emerald invited Alfred, pleading and stating that Mabel wanted to use those eyes to see him first. Lo and behold, Alfred stood and waited for them to remove the cotton wool that was covering the eye. And the moment Mabel saw him, she felt this peace in her heart. He was looking calm and a very gentle person at that. And she asked, are you Mr. Alfred? And Alfred said yes. And she hugged him tight. She hugged him so tight that Alfred could feel her thanks. He knew she was being grateful here. Alfred told her, I'm so happy that you can see again. And I'm really glad that you will be able to dance your ballet again. And Mabel asked him, will I always get to see you? Alfred said, not really. I'm a very busy person, you know. Mabel said, then we can be friends. I'll get to invite you for all my ballet concerts. Will you attend? Alfred said, yes. If you do that, I'll come. Mabel thanked him. And when she was done, she hugged her both parents, who knelt down and thanked Alfred greatly. They never believed in their life that someone was going to help their daughter see again. Alfred told them not to worry, that he was moved by Mabel's sincerity. Mabel and Alfred kept in touch as Alfred kept to his words. In fact, people felt like Alfred was Mabel's godfather because Alfred always came through for Mabel. Mabel remained grateful to Alfred and tried to live a very good and perfect life. Thank you very much for listening to this beautiful short story. This story is an encouragement to people out there. Help will come in various ways. Sometimes the help we are looking for might not come when we need it. God, in His infinite mercy, will always send someone to come through when we least expect. Receiving me your favorite storyteller, Zika. Please and please do not forget to like our stories, subscribe to them, share our stories to your loved ones. So we'll see you again in our next story. Don't forget to join our channel membership. Bye for now.